Hi guys, I'm Mel and today I'm going to tell you how I rate and review books. So Katie from Katie Loves to Read did a video like this and I started thinking about my own way of writing and reviewing books and my journey into finding how I feel more comfortable. And I've had a very conflicting past. A couple of years ago when I found BookTube and I didn't have my channel and I started reading a lot more and I found Goodreads, I hated the idea of rating books. You know, sometimes I still think that, but we are reviewers and we have to tell you our honest opinions about them. Then I started obsessing over Goodreads and yeah, that kind of changed everything, but I still didn't want to give books a bad review. I didn't want to give a low rating. I read The Selection that year and I hated it and I gave it like 3 stars. So yeah, I was very generous with my rating. I gave 4 stars to books that weren't that good but weren't that bad either. I gave 3 stars to book I really didn't like. I don't think I gave 2 stars to any book. So yeah, at some point I have to go back and change all of those ratings. Last year I changed a little bit. I wanted to be more honest with my rating. I didn't review books until last year and even now I don't do it as much as a video thing, but I review all of the books I read on Goodreads. So if you're ever interested in any of my thoughts on a particular book and I don't tell you a lot on the video, you can definitely check out my review on Goodreads. But last year I gave 5 stars to so many books that now thinking back they didn't deserve it. This year when I started it I wanted to change how I saw stars, especially because now I don't care saying what's bad with the book. So this year I changed the way I rate. I already gave 1 star to one book, but I think it could happen to I gave 1 star to The Vanishing Girl by Laura Thalassa, I think. So 1 star is a book that I didn't like anything about. Probably it's problematic, it has gender stereotypes, it has problematic opinions, heteronormativity, and all of those things that make me really mad, like an abusive love interest, a possessive love interest. Those things I really don't like. 1.5 stars, it means that I don't have the heart to give it 1 star because it has something that I liked or something that I didn't hate that much. 2 stars, it means that there was something that I liked about the book, but it was still awful. Probably it had problematic things, but it had good things as well. But the problematic things are the things that are going to weigh down that book for me. 3 stars, it means that it was a good book, but it wasn't for me, or it wasn't that amazing. Like 3 stars for me, it meant that the book was bad, even last year, but this year it means that it's a good book, but it's not amazing. It probably has good things and bad things, and things that I'm not that interested in, but it's still a good rating. 3.5 stars, it means that it's a good book and I like it, but it wasn't quite a fantastic book which deserved 4 stars. 4 stars, it means that it was an amazing book, like it was so good. Probably the writing was good, the characters were good, the plot was good, but it didn't stick with me. 4.5 stars, it means that it was fantastic, it was amazing, but it had like one thing that I had one problem with and I can't let that go and I can't stop thinking because I'm quite obsessive with things, and if there is one thing that I hate about the book, I'm going to keep thinking about it, and that is why I can't give it a 5 stars. 5 stars is the most different thing this year. Right now it means books that I know will stay with me for the rest of my life. Those are books that I know I'm going to think back in a few years and I will still love them just as much. Those are books that are not just good books, but are books that left a mark in me. And probably, of course, they are not going to be perfect, but they are going to be a perfect fit for what I am looking. And probably it had an extra thing that made me like them. For example, The Tyranny of Petticoats, which are short stories about kick-ass women. I love the idea of the book and that value gave it an extra thing, and that's why I gave it 5 stars. When I saw Katie's video, I thought it was so important for a reviewer to explain how they rate things, because even I change so much. Imagine other person, like everyone has a different way to rate books. So yeah, that was everything for today. Hope you liked this. If you subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. Bye!